Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am taking you on another escape with a makeup tutorial. This is one that you're going to do in the late afternoon. We have plenty of time. It is a wine themed because I was thinking to myself, where do I want to be right now? If I had anywhere I could go, it would be Napa. And we took a little trip last year, impromptu, to Napa. We went to Yountsville. Gorgeous. I fell in love in 2016 with a beautiful Merlot, because you know I'm a rosé girl. But this Merlot is the only Merlot I'll drink. It's a Molo from Camus. Ugh, I honestly will, it's like so jammy. I will stretch out my 2 glasses of wine over a Netflix documentary, like little baby sips, and then I like savor it because I'm like, oh, I don't want it to end. Beautiful, my favorite. So everybody's been asking for plum colors, mauve colors, and I thought, let's bring it all out. Let's do something beautiful, something that just we escape. So I want you to have a glass of wine or your favorite beverage, whatever that is that makes you really happy, right on your vanity. Bring out all your makeup, whether it's Nikol Cosmetics or it's your favorite whatever brand. Just bring everything out that's in your plums, wines, if that's what you like. And we're going to create something beautiful. The palettes I'm going to be using today, I'm going to use Naughty Nancy, but I'm going to give you an option. So if you want a matte palette, it's going to be Sweet Carol. And if you want to have a sheen to your palette, it's going to be Naughty Nancy. So these are really nice because they're the pinks, they're plums. This Sweet Carol here, soft pale pink. You got your first color, soft pale pink, warm cashmere pink, and muted burgundy plum. Really pretty if you want a matte palette. Now, the color breakdown for my Naughty Nancy that I created. Here we got the muted dusty soft pink, pinked plum, and deep brown plum. I wanted to make sure I got those perfectly right for you today. I'm going to be using Naughty Nancy. These 2 palettes were created. One was for my mom, Sweet Carol. Looked beautiful on her. Just very polished and pulled together. My mom's in her early 70s. And then I did Naughty Nancy on my aunt. She's in her late 70s. And she has a little bit more of a naughty personality. She's a SAG actress. She's really fun. She's always, she's up for anything. And she was the mother of Tom Hanks in Splash back in the day. Really fun. So I had fun creating with my mom and my aunt when I was doing my Fierce Aging series, which we will be back as soon as we get over this, little lockdown situation. I'm going to be using Ever, the Canvas SPF 30. This is a clean beauty product. It is a primer. I love the moisture in it. I love the fact that it's clean. It's titanium dioxide. I put this on my face first. It grips my foundation, so that's what I really like. So I'm going to just put this on first, work it in, and then I'll go on to my next step. I'm going to use a little Caudalie. This is their Resveratrol eye balm. I love the hydration. I like how it soaks right into my eye. I need to have this on. You need to really prime your skin, especially around your eyes, because you don't want anything to look dark, or not dark, dry and cracked and fine lines. We want to really hydrate and plump the skin before you put on any concealer, any foundation. So, you know what? I'm going to just spritz my face because I feel like I need moisture with the Beauty Elixir from Caudalie. Just sets the tone. Again, we're on the total theme here with Caudalie being based off of grapes. So it's all antioxidants. So this is one of my favorite lines to pull different products in. So let's start off with our eye and lip primer. This is going to neutralize your eyes. This is going to help your eyeshadow stay all day. It's not going to crease. Also, I have darker eyelids. I don't want to put on an eyeshadow and have my shadow that's lighter mix in with the darkness of my skin. It's not going to read true. So I'm going to use my eye and lip primer, and I'm just going to use a little bit with my finger, and you're going to see how different both eyes look. So when I prime my one eye, I go right up into this corner. I want all of this to be primed nice and neutral, right? And you'll see it's so beautiful. It dries really nice, meaning it is a creamy base. So it's not like drying, it's basically just setting. It sets into the skin really nicely. You can see this is primed, this is not primed, so I have some pigmentation here. I basically just don't have a really nice even canvas. So this is why I love doing the eyes first, just like this, because any fallout I can whisk away. Keeping it simple, ladies, keeping it really simple. So I'm going to use my Essential Makeup Brush Kit. I did create this for you because I felt like this was one of the biggest beauty kind of things that go on where everybody feels like they have to have all these brushes. You don't have to have tons of brushes. I created this for you to have just the right brushes that are the tools that will help you apply makeup like a pro. 8 brushes in here, and it has a little top to it, but I keep like my pencils and things that I go to, my mascara, I want to be able to grab very easily. So I have my little eyelash curler just hanging off on here, or my eyelash, yeah, curler, that's what it's called. So I have this like this. I'm going to just take out my eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go into this middle color here. That's really just going to be, it's just going to lighten up my eyes. It's just going to create a nice base. Again, with the eyeshadow, they're triple milled. They're very silky. They're very pigmented. So you might be used to taking your brush and going into a shadow. That's not the way to do it with my palettes because you're going to put on too much product. So I like to, this is another pro tip that I would love you ladies to do, is when you apply your eyeshadow, don't go back and forth like this, because guess what's going to happen? You're going to push all of this shadow everywhere else but on your lid. So placing the product, right? I want to actually get the pigment on my lids. So placing it like this is much better of a technique than wiping back and forth. That does nothing for application technique at all. So you're going to pick up with your brush, flat side, not like this, not tap, tap, tap. Don't tap it like that. Place it flat, right? So you're picking up the eyeshadow, and then you're just going to your lid and you're placing it on your lid. So you can place it first, then you can sweep across. So you are blending it nicely. So again, base of the lash all the way up to where your brow bone starts, right in there. So this is just the whole lid. I'm not going over on top of my brow bone, okay? I'm just going on my lid right up into the brow socket. I'm gonna go now into the darkest color that's at the very end here. And I'm going to just take my contour brush and I'm just gonna roll it in, tap off a little bit. And this is where I wanna go into this little triangle, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're going to give it like a little V, right? But this is what's really important, ladies. I'm not taking this and going all the way in. I'm not going all the way in past half of my eyelid. So what I want you to do is I want you to just take it, concentrate it to be on the end. Remember, don't worry about it being too far out or what have you. We don't have concealer on. We don't have any foundation on, so you can just whisk it away with the Almay eye makeup remover pad. So this is what I'm doing. I'm placing it in the corner here like a little V, and then what I'm going to do is once the concentration of the eyeshadow is there and it's placed, I can either wipe off my brush to make sure that I don't have lots more pigment there, and then I'm going to just take this and I'm going to lightly blend it together because we don't want to have any harsh demarcation lines. You don't want to have your eyeshadow show where it starts and where it stops. So again, you want it to be a nice, you can see I'm not applying that much pressure. I want to just nicely have this all blend together, look seamless, but give me that definition in my eye area, that socket here. It's color theory. Darkness will make it recede. I want to have a little bit of dimension. So that's really what I'm doing right there. I'll take a little bit, again with the dark color, same brush, and I can go underneath just a little bit of shadowing. You know, if I want to get a little shadow underneath, balance it out, and it just looks really pretty and polished. I'm not trying to go overboard with tons of makeup. It's not my style. You know that. This is about being fresh, a little wash of color, making it pretty, making it stand out. So this is what I'm doing right in here. So it looks beautiful, seamless. I have a little bit of darkness on the end, and it's just giving that depth. I'm going to go back in with the eyeshadow brush, make sure there's no product on the brush, just wiping it off nice and easy. And I'm going to take the first color, which is the lightest color, and I'm going to just tap into it a little bit, and I'm going to go right underneath my brow bone. I'm going to take my Almay pad and I'm going to clean up a little bit because I can see that there was a little bit of shadow that I don't want it to be around my eye area. So I want a nice clean little crisp line. Also, I forgot to do a little underneath here. Just take a little, go underneath. So I'm just going to take and wipe away. Now I'm going to use a pencil that I used on Carol. I used this with the Sweet Carol palette. It was beautiful. It's called Mauve. I didn't have it in stock until just now, so I wanted to kind of show it again on me. And this is going to be my technique that I've showed you in all of my videos, whether it's on myself or it's in my Fierce Aging series. And this is going to be how I apply my eyeliner. It's going to be very, very tight to my lash line. So I really don't want to create a very heavy line. I don't want heavy eyeliner. It ages you when you put on very heavy eyeliner. I'm going to go and I'm just going to go into the lash line. Can you see that I'm moving my lashes? I'm going right into this line. This is a waterproof, very creamy, beautiful, easy application. Now, I'm not super close to the mirror. I can feel where I'm going. I do wear contacts, not the easiest thing to do to see far away, but if I bring the mirror up closer, I'm showing you right where I go. See how I'm moving the lashes? That's what I want because it's going to thicken up the lash line, make your lashes look thicker, but not take up too much real estate on your eyelid, which makes it look heavy and it brings the eye down. So I'm just going in, you're gonna see, this is such a great technique because you're defining the eye, looking beautiful, looking polished with minimal effort. You can see my eye looks pretty. It doesn't look overwhelming. It doesn't look like, oh wow, you just put on a really big thick liner. I don't like that. I like it to be defined, pretty, and this mauve pencil just really seamlessly goes well with this palette. I just think it's just so, I think it's so pretty. And I'm going to just do a little bit underneath, just a tad like so, because I want it to be a little fused out. That's kind of like the look. So for you ladies that have a hard time applying eyeliner, okay, I don't want you to be intimidated. What I want you to do is start off with little strokes like this. So when you come to your eye, right, and I know you're going to be, some of us are going to be very close to the mirror because we can't see. It's very difficult when it comes to our vision when we get older. I know that firsthand. So basically what I want you to do is just go little strokes like this, right? You're in the lash line, little strokes, or you could do little dots, right? Separate them and then connect them. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, I can't do that. I want you to start telling yourself, yes, I can apply eyeliner. I might not have done it the best in the past, but I'm learning new techniques. I'm learning how to do this. I'm practicing. So this is, you know, it's an easy technique to learn. There's nothing, we're not doing winged out. We're not working with liquid liner. This is very easy because I'm showing you exactly how to place it and how to just get it on the lid in your lashes. Now remember, if you feel like you messed up, it's not perfect, it doesn't look good, you don't think it looks good, just take my smudge brush or take any smudge brush that you have, a dense brush, short bristles, and you can go and you can just diffuse the line. There's nothing wrong with diffusing your line on your eyelid, making it look nice and smudged, really pretty. You're still having that definition, you're still having that line that's lining your eye, but it's just a little diffused. It's just nicely softened. So that's actually a really nice option too. I'm going to just put a little bit below here again, just so I have a little bit of definition. I'm going to take my Uemura eyelash curler. I'm going to curl my lashes. I go to the base, making sure I'm not on any skin, and then I like to pump. I like to not go, listen, I like a heated eyelash curler too. I feel like it's lighter and not as harsh on the lashes, but the Uemura is a wonderful, this is the only lash curl I'll use because of the tension rod. It's the best, the only one. Because you can see, watch, you can see right now, but let me show you. When I go to the base, I just lightly squeeze, so I'm pumping out on the lash, right? So I'm just pumping out on the lash, and then you're gonna see that my lashes are up. Do you see how it makes such a difference? To my lashes are straight. You don't even think I have lashes until I curl them, and now they're up. So I love this. Again, remember, I do use a serum, the Grande Lash Serum. I've been using it for 4 years. I feel like as I age, I need to have serums, I need to have vitamins, I need to really support my system. Not, I need my hair to be growing and staying there. So I use the Grande Lash Serum. It's linked below, and also I use the brow serum. And I'm going to now use my mascara. If you've been watching my tutorials, you know that it took me a long time to develop the mascara that I really wanted with the right wand for you ladies, because I'm so picky. I'm so picky when it comes to application, how things perform, how products perform. I've said many times that mascara will make or break your morning. And I have had so much disappointment that I can't finish off my makeup and then be upset that my lashes don't look good. So this wand is flat, but it has teeth on both sides. So it has this beautiful creamy formulation. It's a volumizing and curling mascara. So you have teeth on both sides that grip your lashes and really show every single one. That is my favorite part of my mascara. This curved wand makes it very easy, and being flat, I can add more density to my lashes at the base, and I don't have to worry that I have this big rounded brush that I can't get anywhere. So this is what I love. It's very precise, just the way I like things to be. So I go to the base and I almost just like blink down and I get every single lash, and I can feel it gripping my lashes. A lot of mascara wands, I feel like I'm just throwing this like big wand over my lashes, but it's like coating them, but it's not getting like separating and defining them. That's what I really, really want. I want this. I want every single lash. Like I need every single lash shown, and this mascara does it. So I go to the base and I lift up, base, wiggle, lift up. You can see like that beautiful separation, that beautiful coating. It's not thick, it's not clumpy, it's not everywhere. It does not transfer, it doesn't go all over your face during the day. Another huge point that does not look good. You have this beautiful makeup and then you have like what I like to call mascara dandruff like everywhere. It does not happen. So I can turn the brush to the flat side, and I can basically just go right to the base and add a little bit more to the base so it looks thicker. I love that. That's like my little secret tip there. So in other news, I wanted to let you know that we hit over 10,000 in my Beauty Reinvented private Facebook group. If you were in the group, you know I did a little celebratory live with a little champagne. Last night I went live because I'm going live every week in May. And I was a little crazy last night. I'm not quite sure why. I think that I've been at home too long and I get so excited that I'm talking to all of you ladies. I did my nighttime ritual, was my topic last night. Showed you my products, my rose tea, you know, crazy stuff that I do to really relax and escape and not have my mind racing. So I shared with you all of my little secrets. So if you're not part of that group, everyone is welcome. Dyed hair, gray hair, we're all aging. This is what the group's about. Women supporting women, something I am very passionate about. So we have beautiful mascara on. I don't do the bottom because I don't want to, I just did a little diffusion with my liner and also with my shadow, so I don't need mascara on the bottom. So I'm gonna, you know what, something's bothering me. I want to comb my brows for some reason. I didn't like what they were doing. Okay, so let's talk about my little bit of discoloration on my face. I have a couple different things going on. I have redness. I have a little bit of some blue, green going on underneath. I'm going to use an eye brightener. I'm going to use my Just Peachy. It's a beauty stick. This is going to give you medium to full coverage. I might not even need a concealer if this covers the way I want it to today, depending on what's going on with my, coloring and how it's going to work with me. So I can take this from the tube, or I can take my concealer brush and I can just utilize a little bit more precision if I want to. See this right here? All of that darkness. I don't like that. I think it looks just not really pretty. I need it to be brighter. So when it comes to concealers and it comes to brighteners, I know it's confusing, but just think about this. This is an easy tip. A concealer is going to lighten. A corrector is going to brighten. Okay, so you just kind of keep that in mind. So sometimes if your concealer is not concealing, it's not lightening the darkness, you do need a corrector. You need to put the corrector on first, color correct the skin, and then go back in with a nice concealer. So I like to do, this is my technique that I like to do. I like to brighten the eye area from the beginning of my eye down to my nose, back up to my corner of my eye. So it's an upside down triangle. So I want this all to be light here, and I don't want to have just like this reverse ring around my eyes. So that's how I do mine. I want this whole area to be nice and bright, and I'm going to do it on the other side. So I'm going to take a little bit of my Buff Cool. It's a concealer wheel trio. I have in 2 different colors for you. If you're a warm undertone, you can go with the warm front. If you have a cool undertone, you can go with the cool buff or Buff Cool. So what I like to do is I had 2 little biopsies, or I had 1 biopsy and 1 like extra special skin situation. So I like to just put a little bit of concealer over those little parts right there. That's just me. But I need not as much product because I've already corrected my skin first. I've lifted it. I've brightened that skin. So I don't need that much product. This is what I really love about correctors, is that I can use less product, less foundation, less concealer, if I even need a concealer. So sometimes you can just get away with using the corrector, which I love. So now I'm going to do a little bit of my La Mer foundation, which you know that I love. And I have to use my little Spatty Daddy. This little guy here. I got it on Amazon. You can get it on HSN. Amazon has it. So I can't, this is very expensive. So I take out every single part of this product. Look at that. I can't get this to pump that up, but I can go back in with my little Spatty Daddy. It gets a little messy, but that's all right. So I'm going to just take this on my foundation brush and I'm going to apply it to my skin. We all know that I love this foundation. This foundation is incredible because it's a serum foundation. Yes, it's very pricey, but I did a dupe for you. So I have dupes for you, lots of different price ranges. This is, so it's just absolutely beautiful. My skin looks like silk when it's done. I feel so good using it. It lasts me about 4.5 months. The coverage is beautiful. It has the miracle broth in it. It's paraben free. It's what I've been using for the last, gosh, how many years? How many bottles now? I usually buy it on sale when it goes on sale at Sephora, or if Nordstrom's having a sale, which they recently did. But it's beautiful. It smells amazing. It just really makes me happy, up levels my whole makeup routine. I'll take a little bit down on my neck. I like to take it over my lips too, just like to prime them a little bit if I'm not using my lip primer. All right, so let's do brows before the exciting lip part. So brows, I'm gonna just take my taupe brow pencil. I'm going to it's my skinny brow pencil. There's just a couple little holes. Yes, I have thick brows, but there are a couple holes down here that I'd like to just fill in. Sometimes I like to give it a tiny bit more arch. And I can roll through with my spoolie. So just on the ends here, there's a little bit of there is a hole there somewhere. So I'll do that. And then what I like to do is I'll go in with my clear brow fix. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of Color Jam. This is a beautiful cream cheek stain. You can also use it on your lips. So it's a 2-in-1. I'm going to just pat this on my cheeks. Again, lifting up. I want to lift up my cheeks. I want to just place it on the apples and then move up. Just a beautiful color. You can go as much or as little as you want. Just getting that nice and color added to my skin. All right, so lots of options when it comes to lip liners now. I have 2 that are out of my Nikol luxury lip collection that just came out, Deep Plum and Cabernet. You can use this for your actual lips, put a little gloss over if you wanted to. So you could literally line your lips with the Kohl pencil, fill it in, and then put on a gloss if you wanted to. So that's a kind of a little tip to be able to get more use out of your lip liner. I have a waterproof one called Taffetas, beautiful in this whole wine plum family. It's a really pretty one to use. And I'm going to put on a little vitamin E on my lips right now. Just a little bit of a treatment because I feel like they're dry. And I just put on a little bit of that foundation, but this just kind of preps my lips for my lipstick. So I'm going to show you. You could do in the Velvet collection. So this is going to give you a velvety finish. It's a liquid lipstick, matte finish, but velvety, like really kind of just really pretty. This is Relevant or Mindset. These are really pretty. 2 different ones that would go with this whole look if you wanted to do that. I also have Beauty Reinvented, one of my favorite lipsticks. I actually created this for the launch of my book, Beauty Reinvented. Really pretty, just it's not overpowering, but yet it's not too light. So that's a very nice high gloss lipstick. And then I will top it off with one of these, but these are some options. These are actually my travel ones, but I have Rosé. It's a new lip gloss that came out, really pretty. I used this on Claudia in her video. And then I have Embrace, really just neutral. It really looks beautiful over any lipstick that's in this kind of family. Or Pink Lady, which I've used on multiple different fierce aging women on my channel. Really love this. It has a little bit of the silver metallic fleck, gives you just that extra something. So I think that I'm going to do Beauty Reinvented and a little Pink Lady. I'm going to use one of our new Kohl lip liners in the camo color. I just want something kind of just neutral so I can put on the Beauty Reinvented. I like to just apply it in the center of my lips, like right here, and then up here. So I want it to look a little bit more fuller there. And that is my Escape to Napa look. I just think that it's pretty, it's soft, but it's yet still color, but not going overboard, not feeling intimidated where it's dark, dark colors. You can play around with the lips. There's lots of different mediums that you can do, whether it's the velvet liquid lipstick or the high gloss lipstick, or just doing a beautiful matte lip like our everyday matte and then putting on a little rosé over it or a Pink Lady. These are just some really nice options for you to kind of play around with while you're at home. Do something different. Maybe these palettes are a little bit outside your comfort zone, but they're just going to be soft and pretty and beautiful and give you variation. So ladies, until my next video, I'll see you later.